That's one of the things that where I was explaining to Tweezy, like on All Eyes on Me, producer is AK, and that's true because remember he said he sent the beat, then he got the song back, so he wasn't a producer. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm trying to so that kids understand what it is, because Tweezy is talented. You can't take that away. So that was important. So understanding. So I broke down the whole hierarchy and how things were gonna work anyway. So once I explained that whole thing and how it's gonna work, the outlet, the drive, the strategy, and how you just differentiate yourself, you come to Cape Town because Tweezy was short of time. I was working with all these other guys as an independent. I was doing things with all the different like there was a wave of songs.
Yeah.
He started taking off then.
Yeah.
So what we did is we suggested that Tweezy, what we did with Bonang, it worked. But because we're short for time and we're going to do this thing in 1 week. Remember, Apartheid was done in 1 week. We're going to send him beats. And then he curates the beats. And then basically concepts are brainstormed by everybody. Me, him, and EJ, we brainstorm concepts and how this is going to be. Initially, the idea was you should know by now. If you listen to Wash, EJ, you should know by now. Every song he says, you should know by now. So it was actually initially going to be called You Should Know By Now. They spoke in Joburg because EJ is now staying in Joburg. And then they said, okay, fine, Apartheid. First thing I said, no, it was controversial. It's not marketable. You can't align that with the brand. Then they explained the angle. Then I was like, okay, fine, I get it, but then we're going to change this. So there was a brainstorming session and eventually became Apartheid. And now it was going to be shaped. So to say that Tweezy came up with Apartheid, that's a lie. The executive producer title from a creative side, yes, we gave him that. And remember, he wasn't working alone and all of that. He had to shadow and we had to help him with that. And he's a talent. Obviously, there's this continuous thing. We don't want to shade and whatever. Don't ever shade that Tweezy is not talented or whoever, or EJ is not talented. We might not be working with any of them, but we can always show you their good qualities for whatever they've done or when they're working with us. They might have changed further down the road, but I can always tell you what they've done more. So that is how Apartheid came around. We're trying to build that consistency. EJ, you put out a song, you don't wait for months, and EJ, this is on EJ's side. It was EJ's first original body of work. He has EPs that he was putting out every year. So what we're saying is it's a complete body of work, so people can respect you as an artist. So that was EJ's thing, and that was Tweezy to say, okay, you're not the lead on levels, but at least here you have a body of work and you're the lead. So you have a body of work, EJ has a body of work, and nobody can doubt you on that.
Yeah.
You understand?
So there's a benefit to both.
To both of them. That was what we're saying, and we'll propose that, and we'll provide the infrastructure for you to do that. And you've seen the studio sessions. That is dope studio. Shout out to Cape Audio. It was a proper studio setup. Proper sound engineer. Our sound engineer, K Faith. I mean, she's done stuff with guys like Mos Def. Some of the tracks that have never come out, she's been, in the studio with this and that, whether it be Dallas or whoever it is, or Uno July, or Dope St. Jude. She's a dope producer.
Yeah.
So she ended up, tracking things for Mos Def is not a joke. How we work is unlike where people get beats and whatever we do. We don't just get beats and whatever. We've got our own in-house producers. We've got people who make beats in-house. You understand? Our productions, you never come in and you give us a production and we just say we'll take your bid and we'll run with it and whatever. We have to have our input. We have to have our own thing. Whether be it, we might not be involved at this point. We haven't had a situation where we're not involved at the beat part. But even if we go out to help you on the artwork part, on the packaging, we'll definitely be involved. That never happens. That's our structure. That's how we work. You don't send us a beat. That's one of the things that people are struggling with, the whole Tweezy, Apartheid, and EJ situation. You don't show up. If you saw the studio sessions, you see the documentaries online. Obviously, watching this online, you can watch the documentary online. That's how we work. Our structure is you don't just come in, you give us a beat. There's a producer, there's a sound engineer. Even our latest EP our next project, there's a guy who just came in. He doesn't touch the keys. He's not the sound engineer. He's not whatever. He came in just to produce the vocals. The guys in the booth, he's singing is just like, I don't like that note. That's all he does. There's a sound engineer dealing with that. Just dealing with that. There's a psych who made the beat. There's another person coordinating that whole thing. Our structure is very much broken down.